Welcome back, true crime enthusiasts. Today, I have a bone-chilling story that will leave you speechless. Imagine a cold case that remained unsolved for 20 years, with no suspects, no clear evidence, and no justice for the victim, until one unlikely witness broke its silence. What if I told you that this witness wasn't a person? Buckle up, because this story is going to take you on an emotional rollercoaster filled with suspense, twists, and a shocking revelation you'll never forget. Let's dive into the mysterious case of the silent witness. Our story begins in the year 1999, in a remote town in the Appalachian Mountains. Deep in the woods, a hiker stumbled upon an abandoned cabin. What he found inside would haunt the town for decades: a gruesome crime scene. The victim was identified as Laura Turner, a 27-year-old aspiring artist who had moved to the area only 6 months earlier. She was last seen alive by her neighbor, an elderly man who described Laura as quiet and reserved. No one knew much about her life, or her death. But one thing was clear: Laura had been murdered. The cause, a single stab wound to the chest. The motive, a complete mystery. Investigators scoured the scene for evidence but came up empty-handed. There were no signs of forced entry, no fingerprints, and no witnesses. The cabin itself was old and filled with dust, making it nearly impossible to find usable clues. For years, the case sat on the shelf as a cold case. Laura's family was devastated, and the town whispered rumors about a possible stalker or a jealous lover. But with no evidence to back these theories, Laura's murder slowly faded into the shadows, until 2 decades later, when a new detective, eager to prove himself, reopened the case. Detective Sarah Collins was determined to crack the case. She revisited the cabin, combing through it inch by inch, hoping to find something the original investigators had missed. That's when she discovered an old diary hidden under the floorboards, a diary that belonged to Laura herself. But the breakthrough didn't come from the diary alone. As Detective Collins read the entries, she noticed frequent mentions of a peculiar visitor, a parrot that often perched on the cabin's windowsill. Laura described it as her silent friend, always watching, always listening. Here's where the story takes a shocking turn. Detective Collins tracked down the parrot, now living with a family in the same town. The bird, now over 20 years old, had been adopted by a couple shortly after Laura's death. And here's the kicker: the parrot had learned to mimic Laura's voice. As bizarre as it sounds, the parrot became the key to solving the case. During an interview with the bird's current owners, the parrot repeatedly mimicked a phrase, "Stop. Don't hurt me," in a voice eerily similar to Laura's. This revelation led investigators to dig deeper. They discovered that Laura had a close friend who owned the cabin, a man who had a history of violent behavior but was never considered a suspect at the time. After reopening the investigation, the police found overlooked DNA evidence in the cabin that matched this man, now living in another state. When confronted, he confessed to the murder, claiming it was a crime of passion. Laura had rejected his advances, and in a fit of rage, he took her life. Thanks to the parrot's haunting mimicry, justice was finally served, 20 years later. This case stands as a testament to how even the smallest, most unlikely details can bring justice. Laura Turner's family finally got the closure they had been waiting for, and the parrot, the silent witness, became a symbol of resilience in the face of tragedy. So, what do you think about this extraordinary case? Can you believe a parrot helped solve a 20-year-old murder? Let me know your thoughts and theories in the comments below. If this story gave you chills, make sure to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe for more gripping tales that keep you questioning everything. Until next time, stay safe, and stay curious. Subscribe for more true crime stories.